All right. And away we go. I'm the Headless Headhunter, and I'm here to help y'all get a job. Uh, I had to redo a bunch of computer settings, but I think everything is good. Yo, Perry. Audio and video. Yes, good, 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 good. I got stuff to fix it. So, all right. Let's see. So, Perry, your resume. Let me get it up. Let's see. Another one in. You are first. All right. Brain is working a little bit better today. So that's good. Not fully there yet, but a little bit better. All right. Let's see. So Perry. Uh, right. Perry the platypus. Currently reviewing. Let's delete the old ones. Put a new one in. How is everybody doing tonight? And did you get any feedback on your interview yet, Brad? Perry. Okay, let's see. That looks good. Let me make sure your thing is not bugging out again. Okay, cool. All right. Good, 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 good. And go. So, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I mean, realistically, it's been 2 days, and it's probably going to take a bit regardless. Some managers like to do stuff ASAP, but as you know, most of it will be at its own time. So, all right. So I like this so far. This should be bolded. The technologies used should be bolded. Actually, let me make sure people can see what I am writing. But yeah, that should be bolded. So not all of it, just tech that is bolded. And I don't know if you need all of this, but I think it might be okay. So, like, honestly, I would maybe keep it at one, but overall better. And then we have built and managed our customer service software Connect as a JavaScript developer and data engineer using Node.js, React, Graph, TypeScript, and GCP. Uh, Harry, I'm going to ask a question. Would it be lying to call you a full stack? Because if you backend, as I'm assuming for the data part, um, okay, then if it is lying, then never mind. This reads kind of like a full stack, so like, uh, okay, yeah. I honestly just call yourself full stack at this point, like because a JavaScript developer that is also doing backend that is using Node.js, that's like, I mean that screams to me as full stack. So, full stack engineer, full stack developer. Uh, like, I'm pretty sure we're going to see that exact tech stack too. Qualifications, modern JS, React, Next, TypeScript, exactly. SQL, no SQL, visa for US or Canada. Yeah, let me know the reason. But like honestly, I would stick with full stack because full stack is hot right now. I don't know why full stack is hot right now, but full stack is pretty hot. Yeah, no, I titles is the one thing I think people can change in their resumes as long as you are not lying about what your title represents. Because, like, look, the way I look at it for titles is if you go into it and they said, okay, so you were a full stack developer, and they can say, my technical title was JavaScript and data engineer, but everybody else called the duties, including at my work, full stack engineer. So I titled it that. I would recommend that the titles of your position are the one thing that you can change to give a better description because right now a like a JavaScript developer that is a data engineer is confusing. And the way I like to see this is if it came out in the interview, right, that you were changing your title, would the person after interviewing you think, I am glad they did that, or would they think you're a lying curse word? And if it's the latter, then you changed it wrong. If it's the first, then you did it right, because this is not something you are hiding. There is an internal title and an external title. And at most of my other companies, there were external and internal titles. And internal titles they didn't mean anything. They specifically meant stuff so that you could keep the hiring straight in the human resources management system. But like, even the other managers were like, yeah, technically the internal title is technical developer 4, but this is a software engineer. So just do full stack. It says was JS, PHP, Linux, and had to work on the entire thing. Okay, I mean, like, full stack. Look, the lexicon for tech and IT is non-existent. Things don't mean anything across one company to another. Uh, Look, I would just keep it at full stack. I think having full stack engineer and data engineer is confusing. Just pick one. Maybe have two resumes with literally the only difference being data engineer and Java and full stack. But like, my view of why everybody's hiring full stack developers is because they fired their entire team and now they need one person to do the work of the 4 that they let go. But that's a guess. Or it's just very hot right now. I mean, it's probably with, I don't know. I don't know why JavaScript is super popular, but I do know, like, not JavaScript. I do know full stack is very, very, very hot right now. Like everything. Like a couple of years ago, it was Java, and then it was big data, and now it's full stack. So, what about a potential mismatch between a job title and a resume and a LinkedIn? It could. I mean, truthfully, I would turn your title to what it makes sense, because as an example, I have done in my past, and you can see this on my LinkedIn. Oh, code boot camps, that makes sense. You can see those on LinkedIn. I don't even remember what my title is for those 3 jobs I did, the last 3. One of them was talent advisor. The other was like recruiter, and the other was recruiter. But one of those recruiters was actually mainly sourcing and full life cycle sourcing. The other, even though it was a recruiter, was what would have been considered an account manager at my previous job. And then the same job that was called recruiter was also called talent advisor at the third one. And none of those help people. They don't mean anything. Yeah, exactly. I'd be like, yep, that is talent. Technically, I grew up. I learned it as account manager is what I would consider the last 2 positions, but that would be different than an account manager at external and internal recruiters. So there is no real lexicon, and so the engineering mods got on me for this, and I think it's fair, is that I said software developers are IT, and they said no, and they're right. They are technically right. That is not considered IT. But nobody knows that except so everybody calls it that, to the point where colloquially most people will refer to software engineers or software developers as IT. Some managers and some recruiters. That's not quite true, but it's what people call it. So, unfortunately, yeah, like user account. I mean, so like I will give you a description of the 3 jobs in brief that I did, and you can look at my LinkedIn to see the titles. Because I'll be honest, I don't remember the full name of them because I have a memory of a goldfish. I know what I did, and I wrote down my accomplishments so I would not forget it. Uh, yeah, I was a authorized recruiter and a full site like a recruiter. So at one of them, essentially, it was I met with managers and basically sped up the hiring process. I would obviously push people through. I would give them interviews and decline them, and all that stuff. But primarily, the job was to move from manager to manager and like simplify the hiring process so that people didn't get lost, to hire people quickly. And that was where I had at max about 75 active requisitions. And I think once I filled 68 in a month. Uh, but that wasn't like, some of those were contract hires, which are a little bit different. And then the one before that, I was meeting with managers, and I had less volume, but a little higher difficulty on the individual requisitions, which was also called not a talent advisor, but I think just recruiter. And then at my other job before that, I was called a recruiter, but I would have done what internal talent people would have called just a sourcer, even though that job would have also been considered an account manager at that position. So lexicons are dumb in the corporate world, and you need to make sure that your title communicates what you do. That is the important thing. If I said I was the vice president of the last company, that would be a bold-faced lie. I was not. I was nowhere near that hierarchy. Not even close. But talent advisor also doesn't really give it a thing. So I would have said account manager or recruiter or a talent acquisition specialist, which is what it's now becoming as. Sorcerer, I hate spelling sorcerer. It is I for the life of me, I mess up sorcerer and sorcerers so much. I wish it was sorcerer. That would have been easy. I can spell that. I play enough video games to spell sorcerer, but sorcerer is, and then other people would consider sorcerer something else. So like, it's extra bad in recruiting with the lexicons. The titles mean nothing. Like, absolutely. Because there is a difference between a software developer and a software engineer. I have never seen anyone actually use that difference, though. So, it what happens if they call my reference? Well, like, that's the thing. This is not something you are hiding. This is something you want to be honest about, right? You want to say, like, oh, so you were X. You say, my internal title was X, but everybody basically was the duties of that. Like, this is this is why you want to make sure that this is upfront. Like, you're not going to be lying about this. All right. This is, if they find out, they will thank you. And that is why in the interviews that they go, okay, so your last job was X. You can even preface it with, yeah, my last job was, technically my internal title was JavaScript developer slash data engineer, but everybody basically called us full stack developers, and that seemed to be what those skills are. So that's what's on my resume. And then I did X, Y, and then that. Like, you're not hiding this. You want to be pretty honest about it. So, in addition, most background checks don't necessarily check title; they check dates of employment. And it's entirely possible that your internal coding for your last company wasn't JavaScript developer and data engineer. It could have been internal technical developer. I don't know, but yeah, like, I would keep it at full stack. So, like, because here's the thing, this is exactly what a full stack developer would be. Because a JavaScript developer is incorrect, because that's implied to be front end only. But then you have a data engineer, which is back end. It's like, which is it? My new company is calls me a solutions architect, but I'm actually a software architect. In learning, yeah, exactly. The internal titles largely don't mean much. Uh, it's, again, like, you're not calling yourself senior VP or manager when you're not a manager. To be clear, you are changing your title to what you actually are. So, because this reads like nothing, like a data engineer. I'll be honest, I'm not fully sure what they are all the time. I am assuming it's going to be back end. So, also, when I said bold, sorry, I meant just this section, that this part is bolded right here. So don't bold anything else, because that's too much bold, but just tech used, bold. This is fine. Yeah, back end. Like, but recruiters may not know that. Yeah, just the technology used words, right? Just those two words bolded, and do that over here as well. Also, you may want to take some of these off. I do like MongoDB and PostSQL and Redis, so you can keep it. So it might, and if you think it actually ends up being more confusing, that is fine. Then do it because like I'm not able to directly do this without breaking all the stuff. Uh, I got a phone call. I don't know who this is. Uh, I will let it go to voicemail. So, yeah, DB is fine. It does look like these are with keyword soup. Do you have GitHub? They have GitHub up at the top. I mean, honestly, it is a problem of a lot of keywords, but I think that if this is titled as full stack, and look, I think part of the problem is right. Look, you've done about 400 applications and only gone about 2 to 3 interviews. I would rather you get 6 more interviews and get declined from 2 more jobs because of the title, because you still have 4 that will accept it. So, no, I think it's viable, Buggy. I think it's a very good point. So, there is a lot going on in this because it looks like you've actually done a lot. And this is one of the bigger issues with formatting a heavy engineering resume or developer resume is there's a lot of keywords and it can melt people's minds. So, it's pretty tough. Like, I don't know if you need built-in manage your customer service software to connect using. I don't think you need these. These can be deleted as a JavaScript and data engineer. Or alternatively, you could title this full stack developer and then you could keep this in there. I mean, both would be fine. Using Node.js, React, GraphQL. Is GraphQL one? I know TypeScript is good. You may want to take out GraphQL, but let's see. No, never mind. That's a solid amount. I'm incorrect. Keep GraphQL. So I see ETL there. May not hurt to spell it with yeah. No, yeah. I mean, this is also a good way to just check the keywords. It's just search entirely by the keywords. But I know React is there. TypeScript. MongoDB. I'm assuming this Docker still used. I know it's used. I don't know if this is as popular. Docker. You may want to take out Docker. Because I'm not seeing a lot. Is it? Yeah, but it's not mentioned in the ad. Remember, it's not if it's important, it's if it's mentioned in the job description. Like, you could keep it down here, too. That's fine. But, yeah, no, I know it's used, but, like, look, in the United... Oh, wait, hold on. There was a comma. Comma might be breaking it. Let's check. No. In the United States, there's only 106 for Docker. And most of those is specifically in the company called Docker Inc. Kubernetes, maybe. Yeah, I'm assuming Kubernetes would be. I've seen that a couple of times. Yeah. Enable Tandem storage ETL. Other than that, I think it's fine. I think this is still a lot clearer than it was. Yeah, I mean that's what we even see this stuff, right? First thing is DevOps, basically. I have I don't know entirely what DevOps is. I have gotten so many different answers when I've tried to find that out, and from my understanding, it is everything that is not directly the software development or front end. Like it, it's that one. The lexicon on DevOps is confusing me. I'm just catching up on the chat, right? Let's see. Yeah, Docker. I think you can safely remove. I don't want to do SQL stuff. DB, I want to keep. I'm assuming MongoDB is still popular. To put it. I have no idea what DevOps is besides Docker. Yes, I think that is the correct one. Is they're the one that deploys stuff, but also again, lexicons in corporate are very. No, the Mongo is everywhere. That is very good. Theoretically, Luna is right, but that's part of the problem. Is technically this is actually the argument I did get into, which I think is the crux of it. Is technically it is correct. Software developers are not in IT. That is not information technology. But the word has morphed to the point where now, colloquially, they are known as IT, even though that is not actually correct. And I think that might be the case with DevOps. Is the stuff is like Live and Let Live says is they are the ones that release and deploy on servers, but also now has become a catch-all term for sysadmin on steroids. So a huge thing in recruiting. Like, I want to be clear. One of the biggest ways to be a successful recruiter is to find out what people call each other and then communicate that to the other one, because so many things are lost in corporate and recruiting, specifically because two people who want the exact same thing do not notice the other one because of the lexicon. So yeah, and mobile will be forced to do full stack. So never, that is actually one of the big recruiting advices I can ever give anybody, is never trust your lexicon, because I guarantee you the hiring managers are going to have a different lexicon than all what you are. And to give you an example of where I got a hire at Agilent specifically for this, and props to this manager because there was no pushback for this one. They were really great. Is they wanted me to hire a data lake engineer. What is a data lake engineer, you say, Lee? I don't know. I learned it and forgot it immediately. But I don't remember what a data lake engineer is, but I talked to the manager and I did that stuff. And then I said, "Hey, we're not getting a lot of applicants. We've been rejecting a lot of applicants. I want to add a keyword to our intake where it basically says how many years of experience do you have in data lake." And the manager says, "Well, the manager said, and this is very common. I don't want to roast. Oh, okay, it's big data. Got it. Thank you. I don't want to roast the manager, but they said, well, if they have data lake, would clearly be on the resume as data lake." I said, not necessarily. And without any pushback, they said, "All right, Lee, try it," which sometimes they give a lot of pushback. So that manager is the way to do it. Thank you. So I then added that, and 3 resumes who originally were rejected, I went back, asked them to see if they have any data lake. One of them did not have any data lake. One of them had 3 years, and the other had 5 years. And one of those, either the 5 or the 3 year person, actually got hired at Agilent because of that. And they did not have data lake in their resume, which Perry the Platypus, that is specifically the thing I'm talking about here, is Docker is impressive, but they may not have it here. They may not consider Docker like the same thing. So like, let me look at this. It is a OS level virtualization to Docker package containers. What if they title it, instead of Docker, container virtualization or something, which could happen. So swims in the data lake without a floaty. Yeah. No, I mean, like, honestly, this manager knew their stuff. It's just they hadn't hired them in a bit because people didn't leave, because people were very happy at Agilent, and they didn't know that their terminology had changed. So Sap HANA sounds like a song name. It does. Sap HANA, your DevOps is gonna something, something, something. If one of my mods is in the chat, he would roast me because he is huge on singing. So yeah, that is what I would like you to know. So I don't know, and again, connect. I don't know if we need to put. No, 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 no. Not that. All right. I don't know if we need to put connect in here. Maybe we do, but this is how we can find out. We do want to put MongoDB, because MongoDB is, yes, that isn't a lot. But yeah, 10 say connect. My, Sap HANA. Yeah, I like that. For Hot Pocket things. Apparently, Sap HANA sounds like a lot of different things. So yeah, I don't think you need to keep connect. but MongoDB definitely keep. TypeScript for sure. Node.js, React, GraphQL. I think we did and we saw a lot. So, but like, yeah, you may want to shrink this. Like Jest, right? I don't know what Jest is. Let's see what Jest. This might not parse well, actually. 964. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Yeah. So this is what I want. I want to see if we can remove any of these just to make it different. But I think overall this is solid. But yeah, just bold this so that recruiter can instantly go back down to that. Yeah, and it's very true that it is popular, but they didn't tell the recruiters to search for it. There is a recruiting and corporate in general is a very, very, very big game of telephone tag. So, but I think you could. I think keep Docker at the bottom, but remove it from this. Uh, that one's okay. Yeah, I think this is fine. Just remember, bold this and change your title to full stack developer. And then you can even keep as a JavaScript developer and data engineer. So Git and SSH, yeah, Git you have up top probably. So, and I know some places like to have Git, but it's not common. Let me see if I'm actually going to get proven wrong. No, Git no. Mm, unfortunately, that takes a. There's a lot of other stuff with that. So, yeah, I would keep Git. I think keep Docker in the bottom, remove it here, or keep it here. Honestly, just bold this and change your title. So, and I think remove connect, and that should be solid. Yeah, these are good. These are good. JavaScript, TypeScript, Node.js, Google Cloud Platform. Uh, I think just move these to the later. So that should be fine. Uh, honestly, I think those three changes alone will help a lot. And you see in Virginia, Richmond, Virginia, we've got, let's just do full stack. Let's do software. Well, yeah, no, full stack developer. So, but yeah, those should help a lot. Remember, we're going to filter by most recent. Technically, I like doing it by with the last week, but most recent works as well. Uh, so this is cybersecurity, which might not be the right one, and that's Azure. But Guidewire, lead software engineer. I have never Talentfy is. I've never heard anybody. Yeah, JavaScript, TypeScript, React. Uh, like I guarantee you, this is also a full stack position. So, but they don't title it like that. So titles are malleable. I will say that. That is the only thing I think that you can change in your resume, but you need to change it in a way that is more truthful. That is the rule. If they find out, they will thank you. That is the rule. So, Corn Fairy, which is I do RPO as well. I imagine they do. I think they do. A popular RPO, right? Great. Uh, so yep, that one's good. Full stack software engineer, full stack developer, like because it's entirely possible that you putting data engineer, a recruiter is going to look at that and say, "Oh, they're a data engineer. They're not a full stack developer," even though you've done JavaScript. Although admittedly, oh, Git, yep, right here. Although admittedly, this seems more of the C sharp and .NET, which and agile. But also that is something I did want to. I forgot about that. If you have a sentence with agile, you may want to put agile. Like it doesn't have to be fancy. Just say in an agile environment. That's all. So if it has worked, I guess if you've done waterfall, but I've never really seen people want waterfall. There's a third one, which is something. Yeah, honestly, just put it as data engineer, and then make another resume that's exactly the same as full stack. So yeah, add agile. Nothing crazy, just in an agile environment. That's all. That's all you need to say. So Scrum. Yeah, Scrum. I always forget Scrum. Always forget Scrum. Okay. Getting water while commercial. Why am I typing this? Y'all can hear me. They are, but they're wrong order. Yeah, probably. All right. It's scratching. Mm. I get a misnumber. Oh, that might be an accountant. All right. This ad is gaslighting me. I cannot. I don't know where that friggin' thing is. All right. Move. There's my own hair. Oh my god, my hair. No, post is deleted. All right, whatever. All right. So then we had three things I wanted to do. There it is. The water. There we go. All right. So, oh god, what were the ads? What were the ads? Also, I wanted to write something down that I marked here. Let's see, which one was that? Employment. Double check. Industry tools. That is it. Okay. So, let me write this down before I forget. Right over here. I wanted to try to do things industry tools, niche tools, generalized office tools. See, that's too wordy and soft skills. So, what was the ad? Also, my plan. So, here's what I kind of want to do. ZocDoc and a Mac ad. Oh my god. Okay. I wanna try to break down keywords for people in the job descriptions, right? And how you can find them and what are important. And I kind of have the problem of just breaking it down into hard skills and soft skills. But I don't think that's quite accurate because soft skills, yes, makes sense. But so many of the hard skills are not necessarily how you succeeded with something, but just that you have the ability to use them. So I kind of wanted to break it down to like industry tools, niche tools, and generalized office tools, but even then, that doesn't feel like that doesn't make enough sense because I want to be able to make something for people to be able to the layman to just understand this stuff at a glance. And soft skills make sense. People understand soft skills. So I believe I can keep that. But when we get to like tools and industry stuff, right? You've got like JavaScript and C, okay? And then where would database concepts and query languages or Agile Scrum be in that? Because Agile and Scrum is not a soft skill. Maybe it's a hard skill. It's skills and tools. Yeah. But like, I feel like okay, so right, and like using Git, would Git be a tool? Would Git be a skill? So I want to break it down, like skills and tools. But I want to break it down further because I feel like that's not accurate because it doesn't seem right to put Agile and JavaScript on the same line. Jira, I mean, yeah, but like, where would it go, right? Like, as a explaining this to people, like your parents or your cousin that needs a job, yeah, skill, but so I guess it would be soft skills, hard skills, and tools. Giving presentation, delivering reports, yeah, and communicate with different audiences. Well, like that would be, I feel like that would be soft skills, but which I do know how to write. I can tell people. So, okay, let's do instead Git is a tool, the skill that supports it in source control. Okay, so let's use this as an example. We're looking for a full stack developer. Uh, Git is a tool and the skill. So let me break this down because I want to see this. So I'm gonna make this list real quick over on this other side. Cannot see chat. Okay, so we're gonna break this down because this has to be cross industry as well. Just because I want to make sure that I can give this to an accountant, just as I can give it to a software developer, just as I can give it to a manager. And this is the part that I've been kicking around in my head, but I cannot for the life of me find. So we have that. Then we have Agile Scrum Development Process. It would also be SDL. Okay. Also, again, if you are talking in chat, I cannot see you this second. So let's do full stack right here. .NET full stack. Let's see. And then develops fixes. Okay, why is that busted? All right, organizational strategy, objective, looking at decision run work methods. Let's do this. Root Rails. I've not seen that in a while. Smart contracts. Right. Okay, almost done. And let's just copy this. I know this would be a weird job, but also NFTs, gross. Excel. All right, so here we go. Back. Okay. Agile's more like behavioral. Yeah, no, it is. It is a methodology, and this is where like I want to be able to give a little sheet. Like I just want to make a little Excel thing where you can kind of count how many times these words so you know how important they are. But to do that, I need to break it down. So where would React and .NET framework go? What is that considered? It's a I'm assuming that's a skill, right? Or should we say something like, because I want to break it down so that people can understand this. Before it being micromanagement. Lol. So like in no order, but like company culture, yeah. But like what would React and .NET be? That would be a industry skill, right? Would that be an industry skill? Would we consider React and framework score into there? The industry? Yeah, I know they're libraries, but like okay, I guess let me I don't think I'm explaining this. Let me show you how I want this to break down, right? Because this is the problem I'm having. Soft skills, industry skills, and tools. Maybe work methodologies or whatever. So like where would React and framework go in this? Would they or would we need to make another category because industry skill is not correct? They are technology skills. That technology skills might be the word. So technology skills would be that, okay? So then where would Agile and Scrum go? Yeah, I do like tech skills, technology skills. I think I'm going to need a different name for it because people that are not in tech. But I do like. Would industry skills, libraries are built to top languages, would industry skills make sense for this? Like instead of tech, would industry specific skills, which React and framework. I mean, it could just be technology skills, but I do think technology skills is good too. I just worry that if I gave that to, like, say, a customer service person, they would get confused because, using email and stuff would technically be a part of stuff. I guess that would just be under tools. So, industry specific skills or industry specific skills, or you know what? Let's do industry/slash technology skills. I think that makes sense. So, React would go under tech skills or industry skills. Probably tech skills would make sense. Then where would Agile and Scrum go? Because this is like, it's not, I mean, they don't ask, like, have you been the best Scrum Agile person, except for, a Scrum Master. Soft skills, I mean, you don't, see, that's the part, this, like, I feel like you don't, it's not a soft skill. It is something you have done, right? Like, it's a methodology. Like, they're not going to ask you to be rate your agile skills on a 1 to 10. They're going to say, have you used it? Have you experienced it? So, right, like, yeah, rate your agile skills on a 1 to 20. Like, it doesn't make sense. So, it would if you were the one leading them, but then that would maybe be something else. So, I don't know where it would be. Understand what the stack is, hardware operating applications. Yes. Well, I'm trying to make this generalized for just non-IT as well, live and let live. So, that's part applications, libraries, operating systems. I'm gonna go back to the definition sheet. Agile methodology. Like, what is management approach, favorite improvement? What I understand what it is. This is a management framework, but how do you break that down? Methods? Would method work? Because, like, there are there are people, right? And you can even search this SDLC that will specifically say, have you done, like, software development lifecycle? And you wouldn't quite just say I have 10 years, like, I'm experienced in that, or I'm the greatest STL you've ever seen, because that doesn't make sense. What would that break down into? So, it's environment. What did we used to have another category, like industry terms? Yeah, that may be it. So it may be industry or technology skills. And then, okay, here's part of the reason. Some management positions want you to have, okay, so this would be technology skills, industry skills. But then this would be industry, I think terms. Um, it's a religion than a technology, right? Evangelize and proselytize agile development as a service. I also don't want to use industry. You know what? Let's go googling the basic things. Industry terms and methodology. Yeah, I like industry terms and methodology. I think that might work. Industry terms/slash methodology. Um, so Agile Scrum would go there. Same with SDL. Methodology is a big word. Is there? I understand what it is. Is there a better thing called mythology food? What do you mean by mythology? System method principles, industry principles. What about that? Does that make more sense? Industry principles. I mean, I understand that. I don't want someone to, but I think industry principles and methodology works. Yeah. So let's rename this because and methodology. That makes sense. So I don't want to. So back to this. So where would PostSQL and Cosmos DB go? I'm assuming those would go to tools used. Okay, you know what? Let's instead of this, tools used. Well, tools. I think tools, but tools. Okay, so this would be yeah. Because see, I don't know enough about that. Databases are tools. SQL is a skill. Okay, so yeah, this is the part where it gets way beyond my tech knowledge. So that is tools. So tools. I like tools. I feel like tools are common. So then we have overseas testing and bugging and develops fixes. That probably be a soft skill, or would that be methodology? That might be methodology. I feel like that might be methodology. Yeah, and this is part of the breakdown. Like, should we call them skills? Testing, so overseas testing, performed industry principles, famous debugging. Hmm. Yeah, testing is also a skill. SQL is a language. Like, what are we calling SQL, right? Because there are people that are better and worse. So I'm assuming that's going to be an industry tech skill. Testing is a skill. TDD. Yeah. Okay. So, well, I'm gonna say this. Application customer service creativity. So TDD would be a methodology. I do like methodology, industry principles and methodology. Okay, soft skills, industry and technology skills. CICD. Okay, so okay, yeah, testing and debugging would be so one of those would be so industry skills. I have a question. I understand it is, well, I guess industry, technology, and industry skills. Circle C would be a tool. All right. Circle C would be a tool. Because the reason I want to do this is there is a way to write each of these that is going to matter. Because you don't need to write your tools like you write your industry methods or your actual skills. So, industry skills, industry and technology skills. I guess we could do and here. Industry and I don't know, tech skills. Something is, I want to change the wording on that, and I might be getting too caught up. SQL servers would be a tool. Okay. Because my goal, right? Let me break this down. Like, look at what this is gonna look like for y'all. Let me make a new little quick spreadsheet. Because my goal is to make a easily shareable little spreadsheet and tool for everybody, so that when people begin their search, they would just be able to do like it would be, let's see, how would it be off, down, up, down, it would be top, down, to, okay. So it would be that would be blank, so it would be tool. Well, I think it should be up top. So it would be industry, skills, tools, methodology, and then the soft skills. And then I know I'm not even going to use this again, but it hurts me to not freeze it. And then you can do like this would be the skill tool, like whatever it is. So it would be on this case, and then you'd say like SQL or something like that. And then you'd be able to mark it. See, no, that one doesn't write. I think it would be, but anyway, I want to make something like this where you can then do SQL, and then we can put here uh, times found, and it's like in 2062 job postings, SQL was mentioned. Tools would be Excel, and this was mentioned in 32 job postings. so that we could break it down. I would make this a better spreadsheet, but because this one breaks me. But this is how I would like to do it so that you could just go through and then be like, okay, there's this, and then I can mark it down. So, which I assume you would probably do it. Okay, I can make this a better usability spreadsheet, but yeah, this is what I want to do so that you could maybe like we just put job 1, job 2, job 3, job 4, and then it would aggregate after you do up to 10 or 11. So that is what I want to do, and I want to break it down like that for people so that they could easily just go boop, 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 boop. So that is my goal. But to do that, I need to make these understandable and digestible. Because if you see industry skills, tools, methodology, and soft skills, your mind might break. So, but I do like some of these, and I do like technology and industry skills. I wonder if skills maybe a different word instead of industry skills, more like proficiency with industry skills, right? Or proficiency with, which would then imply how good you are with it. So, like, maybe instead of industry skills, we could have proficiency, but in the skills, I don't know. So yeah, I want to. That's going to be one of my next projects. So also, I have the actual thing on my website now where you can download the template resume. But this is what I want to do. So because I think this is the part that a lot of people get hung up on because it doesn't matter. That is the most important thing is you need to find the jobs and then you need to break down what is in those job descriptions and then tally them up. So I do like soft skills. I do like methodologies. I guess tools and I think I'm going to go back. Industry skills. Proficiency. Okay, here we go. Proficiency with industry. I think that's pretty real. Yeah, I want to, but the first thing I need to do is figure out what these are so that they're digestible, and it would be make sense because it's not just IT I want to help. Which, to be clear, I want to help IT, but like I want to also be able to help accountants. I want to be able to help nurses. I want to be able to help everybody. So this is a catch-all sheet to do that and to consensus. Yeah, I just I need to figure out what those words are. So maybe proficiency with industry, maybe skills and tools, industry principles and methodology. I do like industry principles and industry principles. Proficient in imposter syndrome is different job markets, many hundred resumes. Yeah. Proficient in imposter syndrome. I honestly an 8% callback rate. Wait, no, I'm mixing up my math. Yeah, that's not great. Be a good one. I say 1 in 75, which is one of those brain. But if you could do like a 40 or 50, it would be a 2% callback rate. Industry and technology skills. Yeah, okay. So industry and technology skills. So yeah, they do. They do. But I mean like look, this is like let's do barista, right? I think this is a good way to do it is a server at Cracker Barrel, which I have not been to for years at all. Um, doesn't have any qualifications. You're bad resume, bad job description. Cracker Barrel. How could you? Uh, be better. All right, let's look at a juice barista for a. I'm assuming that's an airport. Is that an airport? It's got to be an airport, right? With international. No, the hell is this? That's weird. All right. Yeah, so medical says tools and tech. Okay, so like for Barit, Jesus, guy, yeah. Bad job descriptions as well. Very, very bad. All right, I'm gonna do a quick roast on that. Uh, I got it. This one's so bad. All right, this is the Headless Headhunter here to do a job posting roasting. So this is for Wiz International, a juice barista part time. It has been open for 6 days and has zero applicants at the time of this recording. And I this is not a good and this is horrible. I give you props for doing the actual like pay rate. That is good. You always get props for giving the pay rate that raises your grade. But like this has no formatting. Like this is just a blob. There's also nothing about the company. Like you don't need something large, but like I thought this was maybe an airport, and I have no idea what it is. Uh, Maintaining and cleaning the juicer, that's fine. Like there should be absolutely needs to be bullet points, and it doesn't. I think these are the requirements. Yeah, here it is. Qualifications. Like they buried this. Like this is a part-time job that may be good. That should be up front. Look, you get this would be an F, all right, with International, but you put the pay, which is always good, and it doesn't look like you were required to. So I'm going to move this up to a D minus. Please use bullet points. This is highly fixable. Also, a complete job description applied to the interview process. No, I thought this was it and it was an error. Never mind. This is back to an F. Put the job description up on this along with bullet points. This is a bad job description, Wisp. Please do better. All right. Instead of industry and tech skills, could just be technical skills for barista. Yeah, that's true. I just feel like people kind of confuse what technical skills are. So, hmm, tech skills would be at technical skills, technical, and I think I will keep it as technical. Let's change it to this: industry and or technical skills. Okay, so these are tools specifically. Technical, not yeah, it is. Like that does. So that's why I'm thinking industry and or technical skills. Like that might be a little clearer. I just missed my mouth. Ugh. Yeah, welding is. So I am going to put industry and or technical skills because I believe that is a little clearer than just industry skills. We're going to do this headless headhunter head headless. Type my own dang name. Headhunter. What am I going to name this? I don't know. Job search uh, thing. There we go. Right. Job search thing. Then let me just save this into templates because that will be the template. All right. So we have industry and or technical skills. We have tools. Then we have methodology and industry principles. This I like. Okay. This makes more sense. Cool. Yeah, because this is stuff that makes sense. All right, so because this is industry and or technical skills, React, and that is correct. Okay. Then tools. So we have just tools. Uh, oh, I'm gonna completely fix this. I'm not happy with the way this works yet. Then we're gonna. I just want to make sure I write it down. So we're gonna do industry methodology and industry principles. Soft skill and soft skills. Okay, so how I would probably like to do this is a little different. Because you don't need to do for a ton, but I'd say like 8 is a solid amount of jobs to just look at for this. And then this is going to be me picturing it in my mind real quick. So super boring while I stare off into the distance. And then you'd have to tally that. So you probably do that. And then you'd have to tally them. So how would you do that? Job 1, do. Okay. So first thing I'm always going to do is freeze the rows because I have to. Break. How would we break this down? Industry and technical doc. And then we are going to do technological tools. And then we're going to do soft skills. So to write a skill, and then how many times it's appeared. Because if you do, let's say Excel, then we'd have to check mark it over there, but that doesn't make sense. So the way to do it would be to break it down over to there. Here. Because we need that. Alright, so then how is this going to work? It's fine. Alright. Tools. And then we go... No, you need a tally. The tally needs to be where? So the tally should be after the skill, so the skills should be lined up. If that is the case, then what would be the point of that? Because you cannot do that. So the way to do it would be to make a poll L tally. How would you do a tally? Tally. Formatting, number, text, alignment, wrapping, rotation, function, rotate table. Let's do a basic table real quick. Column 1, column 2, adjustable table range. Okay, so we are probably going to do a quick table. So the way we would break that down would be over there, and then how do you count it? How many times it's appeared? Boop, 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 boop. This is the exciting stream everybody wants. It might not. I'm messing with stuff right now. This is just me messing around trying to figure this one out. So let me look at what I can do over here with this formatting for a converting to a table. That's fine. This might be it. So we will rename this table. Let's do soft skills. Soft skills. Okay, thank you. I toss it to an AI prompt. Yeah, honestly, this is so. As much as I have gone against AI, this is probably something that I would use AI for to create something like that. Write that down. Write that down. Yeah. Toss it to an AI prompt. Extract categories of ABC into a spreadsheet for the following JDs. Yeah, because that would be correct, right? You could make an AI that did that. What would be the error rate with something like that? Because that was actually something that I'd very much like, is for them to categorize that kind of stuff. So, because you could just say how many times it's appeared. Extract the categories of ABC into a spreadsheet. I just want to make sure it's accurate because this would be a very critical step. And I know this is where my knowledge of AI doesn't always work. So, how accurate would it be to essentially extract every time, say, the word Excel appeared? Yeah, okay. So, I believe in that case, ChatGPT might be able to do it. Because that would be pretty cool. Because again, I've said a lot about AI, but like that is something I know it does do because it's just the data, and it can actually just parse that. Also, paste in your example and tell it to make a template. Yeah, that's fine. Me, I'm just gonna mess around with this feature because I haven't actually used this. So this would be table 1. Column 1 would be soft skills. Then would appear. My brain just broke. I'll be honest. So what would happen if I do this, that, and then let's do. It does the exact wording you want it. Okay. I mean, can I? The one like I am okay with. I'm gonna try it. I've never actually used it, so all right. So what would I need to write for this? Okay, fine frequency for. Honestly, we use it. Help categories and made up. Okay. So how would I do this? So find a few keywords in job descriptions. How would I've never again used this. So teach me how to use it essentially. Yeah, that's fine. If y'all want to try to do this real quick, I would appreciate it because this is what I did want to actually use Chat GPT for, uh, specifically for something like this. So I would, I think this is a very good use of AI to just get a bunch of aggregate data. Uh, so as is that, I've never actually used. Okay, and then can I make, what is this? Create new group by view? Soft skills called. Excuse me. Tell what you want to do and then paste the JD after the colon. So, would people just post like a bunch of them? I guess would you have to post the job description like 4 or 5 times? Because I really wanted to do something that would aggregate it across LinkedIn, but because you need more. I mean, you don't want just one job. That's you want multiple. Like ideally, if you could get like 50, that would be good. So yeah, see, this is where the IT stuff breaks my brain. These word things, I for me, actual macros. So find all of useful buzzwords. Yeah, basically. I mean that would be it. Is basically find those words and how often do they appear. Okay, so I guess let's centralize our goals. We do need to break these down. This needs to be easy for somebody that doesn't understand it. So, my first question to you people who are very, very good with IT, because again, this is outside my domain, would I be able to just get the aggregate data of, say, let's say hypothetically, right? Let's say what I would like to do is type in, say, recruiter in Richmond, Virginia, and it would then, for every job that had, say, the title, it would aggregate the number of words. That was what I would like. Like it just parses through all of these, and then it's a doesn't care for knowledge, the word, right? We don't want knowledge. Or competitive pay or the word the, but I would like it to pick up Microsoft Office, healthcare, clinical, and then for this recruiter position, it'd be good if it picked up ATS, Google Suite, and Workday is a plus. Well, I guess what would the number of results be? Because all I need to know is that, say, out of these 109 results, the words Workday were mentioned 2 times, or Google Suite. Yeah, and this is the problem, is that I can't do it based on individual job descriptions, because individual job descriptions suck. Uh, most job descriptions aren't good. So you can't just use one because you may be missing it. You need to do this in an aggregate of about 8 or so. So I would need to take 8 JDs and essentially parse the words for those. Yeah, that's my issue that I'm running into, and why I would prefer not to do it manually, but like, because it's going to take time. But like, you need, because like one place let's look at this. This is one recruiter position. So stop opening JavaScript. I don't need to look at that. I'm not a coder. So where'd it go? What do you want as an automated project that navigates the page and parses through the pages? Yeah, I would love. I mean, look, that would be great for a job seeker. I would love that, because this is the biggest problem, right? So let's look at this recruiter and then look at junior recruiter in healthcare, because both of these are low level positions. Minimum experience. So these are the 2 jobs. Yeah, well, here's the thing. I think people have gotten the reverse of the step. Is I don't think you want to generate resumes with AI, but I do think you want to generate what you need to find and build your resume based on AI. I think that step would be helpful, because that would make it so you know the order of importance of these. Because just with like Perry the Platypus, Perry the Platypus was saying, is how important is Docker in job descriptions? And the answer is not very, right? Docker was not. So, yeah, and this is where it makes the mistake. Is I feel like this is the error, right? I hope I am clear in this, is using AI to generate your resume doesn't usually work as much. But using AI to generate an aggregated list of keywords that are mentioned in job descriptions so that you could manually build your resume would be phenomenal. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Is I want that tool. Is I want the ability to parse these resumes. And it could just be a word counter or something like that, just counters some of the words. So that is what. But I also know they protect their data and stuff. So yeah, no, well that's fair. See, like, that's part of the problem, is the recruiter may not have known that, but yeah, is. But I want to know what is important, because I have to do this manually each time. So, and look, we've got 2 job descriptions, right? One requires a bachelor's, one doesn't. Uh, One requires communication skills. This doesn't say it. The other is time management. Doesn't say that. Uh, yeah, I want to parse the job descriptions to make the resume, not make the resume. Yeah. Ability to work in a fast paced deadline environment also doesn't say up top. Proficiency in recruitment software and Microsoft Office suits, and knowledge of healthcare. Look, in these job descriptions, almost nothing is the same, and they are both recruiter positions. One requires Microsoft Office, the other is Google Suite. Like, those are basically the same, but the recruiter may not know it. And that's why you can't just go off of one, is because you go off of one and it says, one says Google Suite, the other says Microsoft Office. So if I wanted to make this, it would essentially aggregate everything that said Google Suite and Microsoft Office together, along with Excel and Smartsheet as a separate one. Because, well, Smartsheets is sometimes used as well as Excel. So, how difficult would it be to make something like that, where you just say, type in recruiter, and then it parses all of these together? I'm assuming maybe difficult. It's not my domain, but I'm assuming that would be tough. I have not. Better resume, faster search, more offers. What does this do? See, this is the part that I worry about, is tailor your resume for each application. But if it, yeah, okay. I also know a friend that's done a lot of high tech stuff. I wonder if we could make that with each other too, or something. Because that would be, because that this right here, right? The pre resume part is the hardest. Yeah, apparently they if they shill for it and it works, I mean, I don't know what these mean. See, this is good. But it needs to do it not just on one job description. That's the problem. Yeah, I would like to do that. The parse. I actually wonder. Send a message to a friend. Uh, I wonder what he would say. Um, question. Uh, I wanted to pick your brain about an AI tool. Because this is the bigger problem, is the before, and it's parsing through the JDs and LinkedIn. And if I could make that into actually a clearer AI, that would be great. Yeah, the simplified does kind of work. Hey, Omni dude. Uh, I am I'm discussing making a recruiting tool for people that I believe is the pre-step to making a resume. I've used Simplify. Simplify helps for the ATS. You just got to check it. But I do want to know about an aggregate from a bunch of stuff from like the JD, because this is the part that everybody blanks on. Because I wanted to break down it all into different skills. In fact, Omni, you would probably be very good with this one too. Is my goal originally was to break down a job into 4 separate sections, which would be industry and technical skills, methodology and industry principles, soft skills, and tools. Because the way you would write tools and industry principles is different than technical skills and soft skills. And most of the problems I am seeing in a resume is at the pre-stage. It's not just the bullets, it's the stage where you need to find out what's important to put onto it. And I was going to make a little Excel sheet where you would be able to track how many times they appeared. But if there was an AI that could extract that data from job boards and say, software engineer has the word Python mentioned in 82%. Okay, yeah, see, that is what I would like, because that is the most important part. Uh, is the pre-step, and is before even making a resume, you need to understand that the market and what positions are in. Like, I would like to see that. So, see that's it. There are products that do adjacent things, but specifically the ability of aggregate the data. Okay, see, that might work. Job analytics plugin. Uh, let's see. Well, okay, here's the problem. This is that doesn't matter. See, I don't need to find an individual job description. And I think that is where everything breaks down is its individual job description. I need to do it as a whole because it is my friend just in about an hour. I know very little visuals. Yeah, that's fine. So I think you have two options. Community support opens for a spreadsheet that categorizes various keywords and numbers of results on LinkedIn. That would be good. A bot that searches LinkedIn and parses all the results for each page and highlights the number of mentions. Yes. So this is where it is the keywords are mentioned like crap. So I this is where I want to be able to find it out is a lot of stuff is written badly. So and like just like you said, Perry, MS Excel, Excel, Microsoft Excel are all separate and would need to be coded separately. So I want let me just tell my friend I'm meeting him in an hour. I want to be able to make a tool like that for the pre because I believe the pre uh the pre-step is the most important step. Beyond anything else, it doesn't matter if you're making a resume if you don't know these things. And customizing it to each and every individual job is a nightmare and will drive you insane. Absolutely crazy. So I wish I could create that could just aggregate that dollar. All right, yeah. So that was a side note. Otherwise, we're going to have to do it manually because each individual job description, like you said, can be crap and you cannot do it for each. You need to take an aggregate of like 10 or so, which I don't know how to do. Like that product, I think would be highly useful. It would be worth the money. So the skill is spreadsheets, recruitership. Oh, I agree. I fully agree they should live and let live. But sometimes look, I've worked on places where they didn't know Control+C, Control+V, and I've worked at other places where there were actually very, very good recruiters that placed an incredible amount of people that wrote everything by hand. I don't think that's not ideal, but which automates sending LinkedIn requests to the people of your interest. Yeah, see, that's kind of nice to automate a request. I don't know if I need that, but I think that's kind of cool. Although, like, if it's not third party, I don't really know why I'd want to Dripify. There's a lot of really good AI stuff that came out of Ukraine, isn't there? Is there like there was a thing in Ukraine or that did it? All right, that's pretty useful. If it got you that much, close deals on LinkedIn, great drip campaigns. See, that's kind of cool. I kind of like that. I'll add that to my thing because there's a lot of these things that can be really difficult. So I will add that to my bar. So thank you. I would start with an open source spreadsheet that folks help you maintain. Yeah, which I think is also the what is and what is because here's another problem, right? Is Excel for an accountant is different than Excel for a recruiter. One of those would be a skill and one of those would be a industry technical skill. Like a recruiter just needs to be able to use Excel, but an accountant needs to be able to be a beast on it. So, or vice versa. It's assumed that an accountant knows how to use it. Yeah. You got me there, guy. Yeah. So anyway, I will work on this right now because I think this is it. And you're right. I don't like it over here, but I think that you need to be able to do it per job. That is the biggest issue is per job. So, brain. Did you ever read the book you sent? I did not because I don't read a lot on the computer. I'm sorry. I think I looked a little bit, but you know what? I will say this. I am going on vacation in like a month for a week, and I will not have access to all my normal stuff. What was the name of the book again? Because I need to buy a bunch of books to read over there. So I will probably just buy the framework thing. I did like what they did. The one I looked at it. So, uh, Just to clarify, you really want to aggregate like 20 to create a super JD? Yes, that is correct. Live and let live. Well, it should be per job family. So, like, if you're applying for a coding position and a manager position, they would be separate. So it's per job family. Um, right, 2 hour job search. That was the name of it. Cool. Not our job search, Lee. I have so many notes. 2 hour job search book. I think I'm gonna get them this weekend, so let's do that here. Uh, yeah, it's probably helpful. But yeah, that is the secret. Live and let live is. I want to create a super job description, and again, it's also got a cool. Mainly because that's the crux of the problem is that starting point. So, also have an ad in a minute. I was about to drink my microphone. My water is over here. All right. Ugh. And I'm gonna go to the restroom while my ad is playing. So, all right. So we have industry tech, tools, soft skills, and then. So, did you get the second edition? All right. Let's break this. What did we do with this? Was that the A? Why is the A and the B so broken here? What did I do to this formatting? Whatever. I'll make another sheet. So we have industry skills and tools. How would this be built? Be built basis on the job. Built on the job. So the job would be, and then would go through there. That's how I would do it. So you would do. So you then choose with a fill-in what skill that is. Job 1, skill, job 2. No, that wouldn't work. That would be almost close. I look like a madman just mumbling to myself, but this is how I think of stuff. Okay, so to do them, you would essentially have to do a fill-in plugin. You do the job skill. Job skill would be over here, and then you would determine over here. And then it'd be skill, 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 skill. How would that work? How would you... Or alternatively, it would be job 1, and then it would be skill, 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 skill. So the job would be over there, would be a skill. I'm acting like an insane person. What I am is I'm trying to break down this that can be used as a basically a manual template so that people can go through a job description and mark down the skill and how many times it shows up. And you're going to need to do it about 8 or 10 times so that you can find out what are the most common skills in your particular job family. And I'm thinking about how to organize it, which I always do mentally and I think out loud. So I just look absolutely insane. Because I believe we've broken it down. I'm going to get broken by not here soon to industry technical skills, methodology and principles, soft skills and tools. Right? So these are what so far would be broken down into. And this is supposed to be not just for IT, but for accounting, customer service, recruiting, etc., etc. Is there should be a counter of how you can do this, and I'm trying to think of how to do a good. Uh, yeah, we did talk about ChatGPT. It's not quite. It may work, but it may not. And I'm not good enough with it yet. So, also, Brad, I realize I haven't used Teal. I don't know anything about Teal. I guess people are being hit up by it. So, can somebody please try that for me and maybe show me the results of it real quick? I don't have an account with it, but I can try. So I've never used ChatGPT, I'll be honest. So check the teal video. Okay. Did say teal. All right. Let me turn off the music real quick. Let's see. Take like 4 JDs. Yeah, that might be it. Is take 4 JDs. No account needed. Okay, where is this video? Tools more. Is it more? Oh, is it the demo? I guess we're gonna. This is a free advertisement for this company. Great. All right.
Hey, and welcome to Teal. I'm Dave Fano.
Can y'all hear that, or is it? What do you mean we have music? We had music. Can you not hear the music? Wait, can nobody hear the music? People can hear this, right? No, 4 JDs isn't enough. You need to do like 8 or so. Wait, can anybody else hear the music? All right. I know, Bear. I'm not right now. All right, I'm back. See you next week. Live and let live. Okay, so question. Can y'all hear the music now? Because that should do it. Okay, so it is low, really. Okay, so it's there. Okay, I understand the problem with it. Hold on. Which one is which? Okay, that makes sense. So let me restart this so it resets the sound settings. And then let me try to not blow out everybody's eardrums, which means this needs to be double. Okay, I understand what happened. What about now? Should be ish. Okay. Yeah, I know what the problem is. It's booming in my headset because I haven't figured out how to do the thing yet. There we go. This should have been playing the entire time. So that's. I don't know how many streams. I set this up like weeks ago, so I don't know how many streams this hasn't happened. So, okay, it just was very. Let me adjust the sound. Do y'all think it needs to be louder or Let me know if it needs to be louder or softer. Because this is about the volume I'm normally going to speak. Is this a good volume, or is it does it need to change? You would lower it by like 20%? Okay. Let's do that. What about now? It's very finicky with what it is. So, does it need to be lowered now? From the now, since the now should have kicked in by now. No. So upset that wasn't happening the whole time. So, okay, good. A little bit lower, but lower is better. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, look, I'm not listening to it. I'll be honest. I have attention issues, so I need complete silence when I work. But, all right, so it was kind of clouding my voice. Is it clouding it now? Let's do it a little bit less. So I think, nope, 19. Let's do that one. All right, sound check now. Is it too loud? I can lower it a little bit, but I realize now why it was doing the whole thing. So yeah, this is about, you should put the song name. Okay, cool. I don't know how to do it because it is from Chill Hop Radio. It is an auto mix that I just put on there and allows me to port it to YouTube as well. So I could not figure out how to get the actual thing to show each individual song. And I checked the copyright, and I don't need to, as long as I mark on my stream that it's here, and on the YouTube videos it is. So now that I have fully gotten music, let me stop it so I can listen to this video. So can y'all hear this video when it is on?
Founder and CEO, and I wanted to
because Brad wanted us to look at this. Can you hear this?
Overview of how to get started. There are 3
Okay.
things we want
So,
to do, and then from there you can dive into all our
it's
other
low.
and resources to get them.
Oh God, it's loud on my end.
We want to save a job.
It's so loud.
That you're incredible, and there's a lot of aspects to you, but companies don't want to know all about it. So it starts with the job. What's the company looking for?
Okay.
Then we're going to import our career information.
Really? Second, Riot has an OBS template? Riot has an OBS. I mean, I use League. That's down. Why would Riot's OBS template? That's so interesting. I'm making a note for that. So, Riot's OBS template for streams. I think that's neat. So, okay. I have to work with the audio, but
match those two together to make,
because right now it's very loud in my. You know what? Let me.
We're going to head over to LinkedIn and import a job. The fastest and easiest way to do that is with our Chrome extension. Once you install it, you'll see the little teal duck in the lower right. And what it's going to do is it's going
to not League, but Valorant
for you. It's going to
pull
out salary information if it finds it. It's going to show you the top 5 hard
skills. It's okay.
And then you can save the job, and it's going to go right to your bookmarked jobs in your job tracker. You can then click here, and here we are with the job in teal. For free, the jobs are saved, the job description is saved, and you can see the top 5 keywords. Now let's head over to our resume builder and make a resume for that job.
Okay.
The quickest way to get your information is...
Hold on. This might be good. I think, honestly, I'm going to have to test this out. But if this is the thing that I want, then that is the thing. So thank you, Brad. I will look at this. Maybe not this weekend, but I want to look at this. And so check out teal for keywords. Now, I'm a little afraid because it does it automatic, and it only so far looks like hard skills. But again, I haven't used it. So
from LinkedIn. It's going to be structured and consistent, but you can also upload your resume.
I mean, it might be good.
If it doesn't come in.
Most things are bad, but that doesn't mean everything is. So this might be a good tool. I just don't know. I've never used it.
Our information came in from LinkedIn. When you do it yourself, you'll get some onboarding and it'll guide you through how to use the tool. But the main concept here is that the left is everything we've ever done. And
yeah, hard and soft. I mean, it's so.
There are some.
I like the fact that it can do hard and soft skills, but again, there is the issue of I think hard and soft skills are not necessarily correct because I feel like that there is more variables. Because Cosmos DB, Agile Scrum, and JavaScript would all technically be hard skills. And I don't know if that's quite accurate because, again, like I said, someone's not going to say, like, we need somebody that is an expert agile. I mean, if you are leading a team, yes, but they're going to say specifically, we need somebody that has worked in an agile environment. And just like with Excel, a lot of the places aren't necessarily going to say, we need somebody who worked with Excel. It's somebody who can make macros, and it doesn't matter it just knows that you used it, right? Because sometimes they need you to make macros. Other times they want to make sure you can copy paste. Now, again, I have not used Teal. Teal might be phenomenal, and I'm being a sourpuss, but that is my immediate concern. So maybe it'll alleviate it.
Many dimensions to you, but
Hehe,
companies
alleviate.
don't
That
want to
is my
know
name.
all of that. So
Sorry.
you can very quickly and easily turn things on and off. You can see them changing here on the right. You can rearrange them, and you can change that
Maintain.
per resume. Think of the left as your career
See,
history, and every time you make
that is nice. I do like that you can do that, but that's also just like a
a
copy
new
paste.
resume, it
But
is a
that's not bad.
view of your career history. It is a filtered view of your career history.
And
And
also
what that
not
is going to make it
really what
very
I
quick and easy
need.
for you to tailor to our matching mode. And let's
Okay,
look at the
this is
jobs
what
from our job tracker.
this is
Here's
the
that
one I'm
job from
interested in.
Athletic Green. And we can see that right now we're a 10% match. But that's okay because we can continue to work on that and modify our resume. So let's quickly add an achievement to our latest position.
Yeah, I see.
And
This is the part that breaks me. Is I don't want to do it for one. Is each of these is to individually tailor your resume to a job description, which I think is a lesson in rank. I do not believe you need to tailor your resume to every job description, unless maybe you're a CEO or an executive like that at C level. But for C level at below C level, it does not seem necessary. I know, but like it doesn't aggregate it. Maybe it does, and I will take a look
is
at this.
attached.
But my issue is the aggregate because I want to say get 8 of these and then find out where they are because you don't need to match every keyword on a job description. 75% is a very good ratio. If you have 75%, you will probably be getting interviews. And this is the one factor that I have not seen any of them do is, and again, I haven't used it. Maybe there's something earlier that I've missed. This is a quick video. I want these keywords things and I want to aggregate them to see how many of these JDs have mentioned that. Because let's see, as recruiter, right? This is the problem is where'd we put this recruiter? These are two very different job descriptions that are basically the same thing. So you can't go by individual job descriptions because you can't trust an individual job description, but you can trust 12 of them. And you don't need everything, right? Like source and recruit. Let's see, where's my work, life? Come on, man. Give me some experience. Okay. So full cycle, I think, was mentioned twice, right? Full cycle. Yeah, full cycle was mentioned twice. So that's probably a keyword. Yeah, 75%. I agree. I will agree with them is that 75% is a very solid ratio. You do not usually need to meet all of the required. There are sometimes knockout questions, but 9 times out of 10, 75% is the way to go. Excuse me. Business acumen, recruit. These are all different. So this is probably going to be a later thing to do because I already did. I put my resume and stuff on my website, which I realize now I need to put on Twitch. So let me put that on real quick, uh, which should be in the very part of my channel. So channel. Okay, let's not do that so you don't hear it all. I just see myself. And let's do the edit panels, panel title, resume template, and example. Add an image. Nope, that is chill hop. I do not want to do that for chill hop. I want to do this. Resume templates and yeah, resume template. Image links to the website. Da, da, da. I cannot see chat. Move that back. I will check out Teal. Not this weekend because I have so many things. I need to finish up the recruiting contract I have to send out to people because that is taking a long time. Where did I go? Did I not actually do this? Good job, Lee. Headless Headhunter. All right. HeadlessHeadhunter.org. Got my own dang website. What do you mean my own website can't be fixed? Come on, man. I'm crying. Oh, I forgot to save the link. All right, let's go back down to websites. Scam Reddit. I'm logging into business editor Discord. Why did I not make a link to my own darn website? And that's weird. All right, job seeking services link, resume templates. No, I did. I was staring at it the whole time, and oh my God, it was here. I didn't need to do any of that. I was just staring at it the whole time. Oh, this is a Valorant example. I'm staring at the darn thing. Oh, this looks sick. I like this. These look pretty. The League streamer that teaches you how to get a job at Riot, which is applied 2022. That's the secret. Although, admittedly, their layoff packages were phenomenal. Yeah, those are really sick. I like those. Thank you, Omni. As per usual, you are very, 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 very amazing. So let's add an image. Let's do intro comic. No, I need my picture of Bear because he is my good boy. And then we will do. Well, no. Come on, computer. Cancel that image. All right. Let's do this. Do that. And it didn't save anything, so let's do this again. Templates. Let's see if this actually works. All right. And then I want this to be over here. Whatever. Come on, computer. Let's do this. Move it. Move that computer. Why is it? I can't. Okay, whatever. Let's redo that. Amazing content, Lee. Okay, well, Bear is in the corner. It's just a picture of his horrifying half face. Keep it there for now. I should play League while doing recruiting advice. I could consider that. I don't know if I have the ability to do that attention span, truthfully, is my issue. I very much need a calm and quiet place to do this, and I don't know if I could do that in the middle of a match. So let me get a better picture of Bear, like not half of his friggin' face. So, why, computer? All right, let's do this. Let's do his pretty little face because she's an adorable baby. Cut Fiona completely out of the picture. Okay, that work? Let's look at this. All right, is that working? Is that like working, or is it going to be a big old face of bear? Cool. Bear is. I okay. Well, I'll fix this. Bear, I will get you to look great for this camera. Please. Okay, so they've scaled up to 320 pixels wide, so that was the issue. So let's do this again with Bear. How do I determine how many pixels is that? Cool. Let's do this. Be Bear and Fiona. Okay, I think this one worked. Come on, Bear. You got it, buddy. I bet he's like going crazy outside the room. Cool. This is a fix that I'm gonna do this morning. I mean, later in the week. I will fix this later. Oh God, give recruiting advice to random Maltese mates. I would immediately get cursed out. They are rage inducing. It's been so long. I've been playing Final Fantasy. Everybody's been so nice. I don't know if I could do that again. I have pretty thick skin, so uh, I'll see. Bear, I will let you just be overly positive. That's what I do. Look, if you ever want to piss somebody off, the greatest thing you can do is customer service. It will enrage them because what they want from you psychologically is anger. They want you to rage back at them. They feed off of it. So if they say, you garbage man, yeah, no worries, Perry, have a good time. You say, you garbage man, how could you ever do that? You say, I am sorry that you feel like that. I hope we can work it out later. And they will get enraged because their goal was to piss you off, and instead, you are a nicer person, and they hate it. They absolutely hate it. It's rage inducing to them. They want the hate and the anger to flow. So you just don't give them that. You don't feed it to them. Like I will answer comments that can be angry, uh, but I'll only give like one or two because some people are just generally upset and others are actively trying to harm. Like I definitely have somebody that was following me into various chats that was upset because I was not able to I said, "Hey, based on where you are, I don't think I'd be able to place you because you're in an industry that I don't think I could place you in, and you're in Germany and I haven't worked in any German uh I don't know how to place people in Germany." So, yeah, they get so upset with that. So, it's really really funny. All right, I think I am about done for tonight, and I will see you all on Tuesday with hopefully with a better picture of Bear. I like that picture. I just want to make sure that I can, see his cute little face, because he's adorable. Even though he stepped in poop today and we had to clean it out, it smelled and he tracked it, and that took it up very quickly, but just smelled a little off. So Bear's outside the room. Okay, so the problem with showing Bear Omni is that Bear loves to be cuddled, but he hates to be picked up. He will not let me pick him up. So he's like, he would be here. In fact, I think that is something is I want to do a Bear stream. We will like maybe make it like we could move a bed in here so that you could see him over my shoulder, which is kind of what I want. So show Bear on camera. That is a note. So, uh, okay. Hot tub stream with Bear. Every time we shower, he tries to get in, but he won't get in. He'll just stand outside licking the water. We're like, dog, please. That's so gross. It's like looking at an awkward serial killer outside the shower, which is like you're like scrubbing, and he's like, ow. He does not understand personal space, but we love him. So, on that horrifying image, I will let everybody go. May the offers be plenty and the interviews short and successful. So, I will see everybody on Tuesday. Uh, have a good night and a good weekend, everybody. Later.